Hi, my name is Rabbi Yosef Tropper, and I thank you so much for joining me on the Siyum Meseches Berachos. I congratulate you if you were one of the Messiahim for the Daf Yomi cycle, or if you were just studying Berachos on your own and were able to make a Siyum. It's a tremendous accomplishment. I hope to provide some inspirational and fascinating ideas about Meseches Berachos. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and please enjoy the show. I hope that there will be some thought-provoking ideas expressed. It's a tremendous accomplishment to have finished Meseches Berachos, 64 blot, jam-packed with halacha and hashkafa about Jewish life. So let's talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the Siyum in general, and we'll talk about Meseches Berachos and a few other Mesechtas in Shas while we go along in this program. Thank you so much for joining once again. I hope you enjoy. And let's begin. The last Gemara in Berachos is very famous. It tells us, Al Tikri Bonayach Ela Bonayach. The Torah is the builders of the world, and when someone learns Torah, he brings peace into the world. He builds the world that way. The last Gemara also says, Yehi Shalom B'Chelach Shalva B'Alman Risayach. There should be peace in Yerushalayim. And Rabbi Yosef explains a beautiful idea about this. He says that Chazal tell us that whenever the Jews came to Be'ol Regal, Eretz Yisrael was packed with people, and they were omdim, tzfufim, mishtachim, revachim. They stood and they were squished, but when they davened Shemona Esrei, there was a miracle that everyone had enough space. And so what Rabbi Yosef explains is that there's a special need for a special bracha for Shalom in Yerushalayim because of the cramped space, that Shalva B'Amar Nasayach, there should be peace in Yerushalayim. And when we make a Siyum, we mention the 10 sons of Rav Papa at the end of every Siyum. Rami Rav Papa, Achai Rav Papa, Sorchov. Why do we mention the 10 sons of Rav Papa? So I have a shtick that I try to do, which is every Masechta the Messiah, I try to find a Gemara in that exact Masechta that sheds light on this idea. And so for Meseches Berachos, I wanted to find something specific that talks about Rav Papa that would shed light about why we mention the 10 sons of Rav Papa. Obviously, the simple pshat is that he was a Talmud Chacham and he raised his sons to Torah. But let's explain maybe one pshat how he did that. And I did speak about this also on the Siyum Hashas Part 1 and 2 video, so you might want to check that out. It's very fascinating that many places in Shas, and as you see, a few places in Berachos, Rav Papa is the one that makes peace. For example, there's a machlokas between Shmuel, who says that when we make Asher Yatzar, we say Rofei Chol Basar, and Rav Shesha says we say Umafli La'asos. And Rav Papa comes along and he decides between the two. He says, Hilkach Namrinal Tarvayu. Say both, Rofei Chol Basar, Umafli La'asos. And we paskin like him. There are 10 times in Shas that Rav Papa came along and said, let's make peace and let's do both. And it's been suggested in Sfarim that this is the reason that he had 10 sons who are all Talmidei Chachamim, because when you make peace and you bring Shalom into the world, you're Zocha to Banim Talmidei Chachamim. There's another interesting thing, and that is that this last Gemara in Berachos, that Al Tikri Bonayach Ela Bonayach, is found in 4 other places in Shas. 4 Masechtas end with this exact thing. And in fact, the Vilna Gaon points out that the 4 Masechtas are actually spelled out in the acronym of Bonayach, which is the word that the Gemara says. Beis is Brachos, Nun is Nazir, Yud is Yevamos, and Chaf is Krisos. These 4 Masechtas end this way. Why? The Aruch LaNer says a beautiful pshat, and I'll leave it up to you to find where that Aruch LaNer is, because he has a couple of Pirushim on these Masechtas and Shas. And the Aruch LaNer says that in life there are 4 relationships, and these 4 relationships are the full gamut of our experiences, and they are all extremely important and represented by these 4 Masechtas. And the first one is Be'on L'makom, between us and God, and this is represented by Brachos. When we make Brachos, we connect to Hashem. We say Kriya Shema and Shemona Esrei, Tefillah. This is what Meseches Berachos is all about, connecting to Hashem. The next thing in life is Be'al Mechavero, between man and his fellow, getting along with others. This is a vital thing in life. And this is found in Meseches Yevamos, which talks about taking responsibility for someone's brother who passed away. So, Be'al Chavero, taking care of other people. The next one is between a man and his wife, marriage, the bond between one and their spouse. And this is a very important one. I wanted to pick a tznius picture. And what this represents is represented by Meseches Nazir. Chazal tell us, Mi sharo sota b'kukula. Someone watches a sota lady who was suspected of adultery. Yazir atzma min hayayin, will separate from wine and make himself a Nazir, which is what Meseches Nazir is all about, realizing the sanctity and kedusha of the Jewish home. And this is something that's extremely important in this relationship. And finally, the last one that ends with the word banayach is Meseches Krisos, which talks about our relationship between us and God. So to summarize, we have these 4 Masechtas that talk about these 4 relationships that are so vital to our lives. Moving on, the Maharal tells us that there are 3 important things in our life. There is an importance of learning Torah with our guf, with our body. There's another importance of learning Torah by recognizing the emotional investment that we have in Torah. And there's another one of recognizing the spirituality of Torah. And these are 3 important things. I heard a beautiful shot from our Rosh Yeshiva of Aaron Feldman, Shliach of the Rosh Yeshiva of Ner Yisrael in Baltimore. He explains that these 3 things of the Maharal are actually found in a Siyum, specifically. When we say, Anu Amelem, that we are Amal in Torah, that means with our body. And when we talk about Ratzin, to run, that means that there's emotion. And we talk about the spirituality. All 3 of these things are found in a Siyum. And this is how we're supposed to learn Torah. Let's explain each one. How do we learn Torah with our body? By dedicating our body to Torah, by using our strength and respecting Torah with our body, by standing for Talmidei Chachamim. And this is a beautiful way that we can learn. How do we use our spirituality? We focus on what the Torah and what the mitzvos imbue our lives with. And this is a beautiful thing that we get out of Torah. And the emotion that we invest and all the emotions that we use when we learn Torah and do the mitzvos are another beautiful aspect of the Torah itself. Now, I had someone ask me a question recently. One of my students, I was teaching 3rd grade over the summer, and one of my students asked that we learned the pasuk that said, Isha la Hashem, a fire offering to Hashem. And he raised his hand and he said, Rebbe, doesn't the word Isha mean woman? It doesn't mean fire. So I told him, great question. See that you're listening very well, and you're right. The 2 words are extremely similar. Isha and Aish. There is a connection between them. And no one should get offended. This is not just something between Isha and Aish. This is also something in the word man itself. Ish. All 3, in fact, have this connection of Aish and Ish and Isha, both man and woman. What does this mean? What is this all about? And I think that there's something very beautiful here. Chazal tell us that when Ish and Isha come together and build a beautiful home, they invite the Shekhinah in, and they have the Yud and the Hey from their names. The Shekhinah is Shora. But if Chas v'Shalom they don't get along and there isn't Shalom, then they're left with Aish. And it's a very dangerous thing. And what this tells us, the fire of man and woman is their passion. And when we do things with passion, we have to make sure to focus that passion on things that are proper. And a human being is made up by passion. Life is passion. Passion is the color of life. And this is exactly the lesson. Why Aish, Isha, and Ish all have a shared word. When we imbue our emotions in the things that we do. So just to review, those are the 3 things that we have. Very powerful idea, and we're able to apply our Torah knowledge to that. I thank you so much for joining me. And first and foremost, I have to thank my wife for all of her help to allow me to be Zocha, to be Siyum Meseches Berachos. Tremendous accomplishment. Thank you, Chaya. I'm Makir Tov for everything you do in order to help me learn and to be able to steig and grow. Thank you to the Ribbon Shalom for helping us reach this momentous occasion of being Siyum Meseches Berachos. And now, as we move on to the next Masechta in Daf Yomi, Shabbos, it's with a tefillah that the Ribbon Shalom should allow us to learn the beautiful ideas of his Torah, Gal Einai V'Abita Niflos Mitorasecha. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed and gained something. And it should be an inspiration. There we go. We got built-in applaud. It should be an inspiration for those that have done brachos, chazak v'yamatz, to move on to Shabbos. And for those that have been contemplating starting brachos and never got around to it, this is your chance, Meseches Shabbos, as we continue in the Daf Yomi, the Kinyan of Shas, and Limanat Torah. Thank you so much for watching. And Hashem bless you and your family with only good things, and may we only share in simchas together. Mazel tov to those that were Messiah. I welcome your questions, comments, and sponsorship. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you by Meseches Shabbos.